Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the crypto market inspection, January 12th, 2025. So, we're starting with BTC. I want to look at the weekly star 12 and the 25 EMA. So basically, prices as in the other videos I have made, we're still above. Sorry, I wasn't going to show this yet. We're still above the 12 and the 25. However, we might expect a touch of the top one real soon, as that is normal once price has skyrocketed. It has touched, and yes, touch. Yes, touch and you can chop, but whatever. We're most likely going to get a retest off one of the weeklies, at least. That's what I can say, which I truly do believe is going to happen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So be it. Um, so the how does the daily look here? We're still below the bands, but we are once they start crossing over and under each other like they did here, that means it's the it's getting choppier and choppier, right? We're 100% in the range, okay? Um, Now I have drawn this range ready for you guys already. So this is the range that I think is most valid. Of course, there's 100 different ways you can draw your ranges, but this one is the most valid in my system at least. Okay, so what do we have here, real quick? Um, we're using this as our range high. Okay, I have this in blue. Using this as our range high. This is our range low. Um, and this is a deviation of the range high. Now you have a H4 supply here, type supply, so we know that is a supply. You have the H4 supply right there. Okay, let's see. Okay, and then you have your one daily order block here. You have your range low right above the one daily order block. So what do you want to see price do now? Well, you want to be trading the extremities of the range, as I always say, either up here, or either down here, or up here. You don't want to do anything in between here, unless it's very clear trigger, right? And I do have a little setup scenario here that I wanted to go through. I did it in the last video, but I'm just gonna do it again. Um, so uh, let's actually let me just see here. Or I don't think it's yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna add this mid level. I'm not gonna use the mid level in this video because you see like all this chop. The mid level is kind of irrelevant here. Prices bounce from here and then yes, bounce from here and then here and like yeah, it's not that clear. But what we do have here that's really clear in my opinion is this H12 breaker. This was an order block. Alright, a H12 order block. That was supposed to get used for a bounce, but it did not hold, and we have not retested it ever since. And that means that it's a H12 breaker. Alright, see, like so. Now, what do you want to see here? You have we can use the MPOCs here. So if you take your MPOC from all the way from the start of the whole choppiness you have, and we could take it from here. Yeah, we could take it from here too. You see where the MPOCs line up? Let me actually put this in the white POC. I have like different ones. So where do these like line up? Okay, I kind of want to put it here. Uh, you have untested MPOCs. MPOCs means naked point of control. Once they are touched, they turn into a POC, a point of control. You don't want to get your bounce from a POC, right? Once that already been tested, for example, here, right? Is a bounce and tested. Now you don't want to see it like bounce again on the same POC from this same place, if that makes sense. But this is a clear MPOC. You have a H12 breaker as your resistance. Now if you take the fibs down from the top down there, look, the golden pocket lines up incredibly well. The 0.618 and the zero point 0.5 with the MPOC. You have a little high exactly on the MPOC. sweep that into the H12 breaker, I think we're going to see more downside. But I mean, there is some inefficiency up here, so what you want to see the biggest rejection or your last rejection before going for the equal highs is the 0.75 level. You don't want to see price flip this and go above. You want to see price trade lower towards all of these lows. The majority of the liquidity is at this range low at the uh, in the interval between um, 90.5 to 90k. So yeah, it's a possible short scenario. I haven't any limits placed yet. I might, but better to go maybe take this as a market execution. You have your alert set, and once it taps, you go on the chart and you wait for a low time frame breakout structure. As your entry, you put your stops above and you target the lows. If you do so and you actually get it pretty nice, let's say you, for example, get your entry here. Okay, wow, you got a great entry inside of the H4 order block. I put my stop above the 0.75 at least. You have some playroom, right? If you get a H for closure above the H12, you kind of want to cut your position, in my opinion, because then it could go up to this supply here if not take out the equal highs. It's very possible, right? Because we could still just do something like this and then go for the lows, right? Let me go back on the H that we were on. But yeah, actually, let's go on the H part. If you take your stops above the 0.75, you're looking at a possible 3R down to the range low. Okay. So it's a scenario I'm looking for. So heads up, maybe you guys can look for it too. And yeah, I haven't taken a trade in like a week, so no, I haven't taken a trade in like 5 days. So yeah, the people who have patience, they will succeed. All right. So I'm not stressing. I'm not forcing a trade here. I'm just letting the price come to my areas of interest as of this one, the extremities of the range, and the extremities of the range at the highs. These are my most. These have the best hit rate. All right. This one is with great risk management. It's very possible. All right. So now I want to go quickly over. Yeah, one more thing. Which I like about this range is that you have this daily order block. This is very important to hold. But right inside of it, right, if you can see this color maybe a little, you have the top of the weekly fair value gap. And in earlier videos, I have used this as my range low too. All right, it is valid. Every range is not the same, but you can add this line as well as confluence. You kind of don't want to see a daily closure or at least maybe even a weekly closure below 89,376. This line right here. But yeah, some taps into this and then get back inside the range. That's your trigger. You target the range high, if not the equal highs up here. And yeah, put your stops below. Amazing risk to reward trade. All right, let's go over Ethereum. I have this chart ready. Yeah, I have this chart ready for you guys. Also, actually, let me see if there's another chart. Might be another one. Yeah, actually, this one is better. I think this is the one I had in the video yesterday. I'm just gonna use it again because I'm lazy. Um, I'm playing. Incredibly clean range, even cleaner than BTCs in my opinion. Range low, range high, mid level, the exact mid level, and I draw this SR box, which you see is pretty valid from these weeks here, this weeks here, these weeks here, deviation, no retest yet. This is what I'm looking for, a short from here down to the range low. And reason for that is in confluence with BTC. If we do reject from the short scenario I was talking about, if we do reject from there, it's gonna trade lower as well, right? That's obvious, and it's gonna sweep this liquidity and perhaps even sweep the range low. It could hold this though. You do have we have tapped into this before, I believe. Yeah, barely. You do have kind of this daily order block here, this cluster here. So I mean, something like this is valid too. I think it would fit probably better with BTCs if we get something like this. But to be honest, I want to train my system, and it's telling me that the range low. Yeah, sweep this and see how price reacts here. Entry, put your stops below. target the mid-range TP1, perhaps target this is your daily supply. This will be kind of big resistance in my opinion. Let me use box 25R. This is your daily supply. You're gonna see some, yeah, the mid-level, good level to take some profits out. If it gets back above, you can add, and you target range high. If not, FBTC looking amazing, you could swing this all the way to 5K in my opinion. As simple as that. And I have some stink bids placed at the H4 order block, and I'm looking to swing them towards the range high like so. If we do get a nuke, it's gonna hold here because you got the, as I said, you have the H4 order block right here. So if it's gonna nuke, that level's gonna get tagged, and that would be a once in a lifetime entry in my opinion. But yeah, let's see how the risk to reward looks like here. If you, let's say you get like a late entry, if it does go to the range low, if you get in somewhere around here, put your stops below like this, you target here, that's a 3.29R, 3R. If you hold it all the way, that's 7.3R. That is amazing. Or you could take the safer route, put it below this, maybe this little wick down here. Looking at a 5R, looking at a 2R. Yeah, trading the extremities will save you a lot of bad trades and make stuff so much easier for you. Just repeat the process over and over again. Time it with the stock RSIs when they're at their lows. For example, this one is at their lows now, so maybe looking for a long on Ethereum up to our areas of interest. That's possible too because you have the stocks at the lows. Uh, the weekly is kind of looking like it's bottoming out a bit here, so we might do that for for a couple of weeks. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks before we go up. So in February, I think we'll see a full all season, in my opinion, by the looks of how process looking right now. But yeah, maybe in between this time we do chop a little more, and we could see range low. All right, it's possible. But yeah, use the momentum of the stocks. I would say 12-hour daily, weekly. Just daily and weekly is the most relevant. If you do have your trigger though, if you find your trigger in confluence with the H4 being at the highs, very good. You kind of don't want to like short here, and you have the stocks at the reversing at the lows, and you're looking to short. I mean, it is possible that it could go, but still, it's better, right, to have these at the highs, and then you're, oh, I timed it perfectly, and you're looking for the lows on those in confluence with the entire market and every other thing. Now there's one last thing I want to go over. Why this is an incredible chart. Why this is a scenario that's possible is because you, as I showed you guys in the last video, you have the FBTC chart, right? So I kind of like. I'm just gonna go quickly over this. You have the weekly chart, okay? Now range low, order block in the gray. We haven't tapped the range low yet, as we have up here before and retested it. So I mean, a possibility we do sweep this high, or I mean this low. Something like I have drawn here is a scenario that I'm looking for. That's why FBTT could do one last push before taking all of those built-up lows in less than a month, perhaps, or two. Like we could really skyrocket soon. But I do believe we spend a little bit more time down here before we see something crazy. Um, Maybe perhaps until Donald Trump enters office to January 20th, we'll see some more volatility. So in this time room here, I think we're going to see something. And if you were looking to short this, for perhaps if you inverse the chart, you're looking for something like this, right? You're looking for price to sweep this high, retest, and trade lower, right? Go to the mid range, go to the range low. So yeah, that's it. To be honest, yeah, we're looking to trade the extremities of the range, and yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Good luck. Careful on level.